Everyone, it's Alyssa here with Communicate with Angels, and today I am live here with you from my new home office. So exciting um, to share with you how to align with your unique life purpose. I know this is a topic that's near and dear to many of your hearts. Maybe you're seeking direction, clarity, feeling stuck, and it's understandable because most of us were never taught how to do this. How to get in touch with your soul's calling is not something you learned in school, but you can learn it now. And it may be easier than you think to get into alignment. So I do invite you to join me live on a Zoom masterclass tomorrow. It's called 3 Steps to Find Your Deeper Soul's Calling. So if you haven't registered yet, I do invite you to do so. There's 2 different times available, 1 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. Eastern. And the link is communicatewithangels.com/soul calling. So if you're here live, please say hi. Let me know what your questions are today as we go through. I'm happy to answer them. Okay. So what I'm going to share with you is 3 important components to aligning with your purpose. Hi, Lisa. Glad you're here. And these are things that may be new concepts to you. So you take a deep breath, allow it to kind of simmer in, because you probably haven't considered living your life from this particular pivot point. As you start to learn this information and learn what your unique style is, it's going to shift your perspective on things. So I'm really excited. Wow, I can't pronounce that name, but bless you. Hi, glad you're here. Okay, so the first component of aligning, and by the way, what I'm talking about today is aligning, because I know you probably want to jump to what's the career I'm supposed to be doing, how can I shift things to be more happy? This is the first step toward that. Okay, it's not the only step, but it is the first step, and it's the step that most people miss. So when you're jumping to all that stuff out there, you're never going to be in alignment. It's always going to be dissatisfying. It's like a hamster wheel. What's going to make me happy? What do I really want? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. That is a symptom of not being in alignment. Okay, that's why alignment is really important. So let's talk about it. How to get into alignment for you spiritually with what you came to do, because everybody has something they came to do. So the first key to getting into alignment is to learn your unique spiritual thrust. Okay, what's a spiritual thrust? It is your unique expression. It's somewhat intangible because it's the energy that emanates from you as you share, as you are involved in life, as you're interacting with people. This is the energy that they will feel from you, right? So imagine we are all energy. We are this radar system going out. And I'm very visual. So as I'm sharing this with you, I'm imagining that I am surrounded by a white light right now, because I am, right? Everybody is an aura. And so you're interacting with other people's energies and auras when you share with them, especially when it's a positive interaction. And so this is the energy that people feel from you, and it's unique to you. So you can kind of sum it up in your style, your things you're good at, your gifts, your way of doing things, but all of those are just kind of poking at this idea that you have a unique expression. So you can actually learn the words of your spiritual thrust to take it from something that's very intangible and make it real and tangible in your life. So I'll give you an example. My spiritual thrust is balance and harmony guide me through. So when people interact with me, they feel balance and harmony. That's the energy that I express. That's why I love to create, I like to have nice clothes, not expensive clothes, but I like, the color, the design, that bookshelf behind me makes me feel good. So it's all about balance and harmony. There's so many ways that your thrust can be expressed. Okay. So learning that is really going to help you pinpoint what, like, it might feel like you're grasping at it right now and you just don't quite know how to find it. Okay. The second really key part of aligning with your purpose is to find your niche. So a lot of times when people think they want their purpose, they actually want their niche. It's 2 different things. So your purpose is definitely important because that's your why. That's like that whole reason why you're here in this lifetime. But finding your niche, let me describe what that is. So we just talked about your spiritual thrust, which is the spiritual side of things. And then there is the material world and all the things that we're involved in the material world. Jobs, relationships, business opportunities, roles that we play like parent, spouse, right? All of those things. All of those opportunities and relationships are a means to an end. They're not an end in themselves, but when you find an opportunity or relationship that is a really good match for your unique energy and thrust, then there's this expansion of energy that happens. You feel fulfilled, you feel joyful, you feel happy, you feel excited because you're learning something and you're enjoying what you're involved in. So let me know in the comments what I'm describing there. Is that what you're seeking? Because most people that I talk to are. And that means finding your niche. Really being careful about what you're choosing to get involved in. Are you in a job that you don't like? Well, that's not your niche. So we need to start course correcting so that you come back to that growth, because that's what you're here for, growth and fulfillment and abundance. Okay, so then the third component of aligning with your purpose is learning more about your inner core, the tools that you have brought with you spiritually. Connecting with your spirit guides is really key to this. Developing your intuitive gifts, learning about your policies, your values that fuel you to live your purpose. Okay, that's part of my Authentic and Aligned program. People learn these things. I check with guidance what theirs is. And they start to pull all the pieces of the puzzle together to learn their niche and their purpose. And my memory's failing me off the top of my head. There's also your, what I call your niche personality, the place where you're really good at in business and working with people. So, for example, one of mine, the way I work with people is through the energy of facilitation. That means I'm really good at connecting deeply with somebody. I want to work with one-on-one or small groups and really feel a connection with you and create a sense of community and welcoming environment. So that's my style. I'm also on the other side of the coin. I'm a spearhead, which is a person who's a natural born entrepreneur, funnily enough, not surprised, and likes to start new things. But often the spearhead is not good at finishing things. So it's like the combination, there's more that I won't go into right now, but the combination of all of these different components, you start to pull together and see, okay, now I feel in alignment. I was working with a client last night on a one-on-one session that's all about finding your niche. And what we realized for her was her job, and she's in kind of a corporate environment. It's something to do with data. I don't really understand it, unfortunately, but good for her, right? But her job is not fulfilling her right now because a key part of what she's come to do is the facilitation, the same one that I have. And right now, like the people don't really care about their job. They're not really listening to her. They're not implementing her direction, even though she's the leader of the team. And so she's having this deep sense of dissatisfaction because there's a need for her to work with people. It's part of what she's come to do. And if you deny what you've come to do, that's when those feelings come up that you might have experienced of depressed, lacking direction, right? Unmotivated, lost. We need to be aware of these things that bring you into alignment so you can then choose to move out into the world from that place of alignment. Okay, that's the key to the joy and finding your unique life purpose. Okay, so there is more to finding your purpose, but that's a snapshot today, focusing on that alignment piece. So I'd love to know in the comments, what resonated with you. If you have any questions right now, I'm happy to answer them. And as you're typing in your comments and questions, again, I invite you to join me on a deeper webinar tomorrow. It's called 3 Steps to Finding Your Deeper Soul's Calling. It's free to sign up for. There's 2 different times being offered during the day, so you can check the one that works best for your time zone and your schedule. Just making sure I don't spell it wrong. Okay, I think that's the link. Yeah, so you can just go ahead and click on that link, sign up, and I can't wait to go deeper with you tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to wait one more second to see if you guys have any questions, but if not, it was a pleasure to share with you today. I'd love to hear how it resonated. Feel free to comment later if you're able to. Much love. Have a good one. Bye.